Hi folks, Reverend G3 here from the thinkandsurvivalist.blogspot.com and the Puget Sound Preppers, here for another installment of Gear in Review. I'm here to show you today a couple of assault packs I picked up for my wife and I through a Facebook post that's been going around for I Love National Parks. So let's get started. First I want to show you the size ratio of this. That's my ham radio, so it doesn't really look like that large of a bag. Now these were $39.95 because we opted to get a water bladder, a hydration system with the packs. Okay, now I'm going to open them up and show you just how much room is in these things. Okay, well that took a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can pan over. It's very bright sunlight here today, so please bear with me. These are some of the items I keep in it. And as you can see, this table is pretty well loaded up. As I said, it's very difficult for me to see. We've got a ground tarp. It's a Backpacker's nylon tarp, not a cheapo rubberized nylon one. Big camping knife with survival hollow handles, some energy drink, 3 days worth of food in an SOS emergency bar. You can find these on Amazon. Some medications and also EpiPens. Even though I'm a beekeeper, I'm allergic to wasps because everybody knows they're just assholes. We've got some Mylar emergency blankets. We've got another knife. We've got 1, 2, 3 different ways to make fire. The Purifier Tactical magnesium rod with a hollow handle. You've also got a blast match. I can do that one-handed, which a very simple item, and you can see it throws some very hot sparks. Sometimes that's all you may need. I've got a multi-tool. I've got FRS radio in addition to my ham radio. My wife has one that's programmed to the identical frequencies, so if we get separated, I can find her. A cheapo water poncho, because out here it rains a lot, and that could mean the difference between hypothermia and staying alive. I've got a headlamp, a green Sialoom light stick, little hotties, some Clorox to go. You want to keep sanitation in mind, especially after it hits the fan. Eaton tool kit. And we've got a Sawyer mini water filter on the way. My wife's pack has a life straw in it. This is the water bladder. It said it was a 2.5 liter, but looking at the top level on here, it's 2 liter. My wife's, however, does say 2.5 liter, and it's a little bit different. And this is the pack. Let's see if we can get it up here again. All of that stuff came out of this little bag. Front pocket. Oh, okay. Another light source. Being that I have low vision, especially in dark situations, light is one of my main things that I need. So you've got a front pocket here. You've got side cinch straps which cinch the whole pack down to make it less bulky, less loose when you're running. Front pocket, it's pretty deep. I mean, it fits a lot of stuff. Then you've got a top pocket here. It's where I keep the radio, lights, spare batteries for the radio, and a few other things. Oh, also a compass. Don't leave home without it. You've got a second interior pocket. And this is quite deep as well. Also has several interior pockets. Then you've got a third full-size back pocket. This is where my wife keeps her laptop. You've also got a filter or a mesh pocket here. You've got another inside pocket. Oh, and this is where I keep the Guide 10 for my Nomad solar panel, which, by the way, I also keep in here, but it's on the deck right now charging up my e-cig battery pack. Okay, so those are the pros. It's really got a lot of pockets. It does have MOLLE straps on the front of it. There's a lot of places to cinch things down, including 2 straps underneath here so that you can put your jacket, a sleeping pad. I mean, it's not going to be anything huge, but I'm sure you can squash an army blanket down pretty well to fit in there. One of the cons. That's the entire length of the waist belt they give you. I don't know about most of you, but even though I've lost 50 pounds working out, this is just not going to work. So the pack itself fits very snugly and securely with just the shoulder straps and also an additional across the chest strap, which fits right across the top of your pecs. Another downfall is none of these, well, a few of them have it, but some of them are not sewn on the ends to the clasps, so they can actually slip right through if not secured properly. It does have a hydration bladder pocket that goes onto the inside of the pack, but there's no real pocket for the hydration bladder. But there is on the outside of the pack here, which is where I keep it. And it is a pretty good hydration bladder. The bite tip seems to work very well. You pull it open and closed, and then when you bite it, it will come out. But it doesn't leak, and it's also got a sanitary cap. I keep that secured along the top of my shoulder harnesses, my shoulder straps. So there you have it. The measurements on it are, I believe it's 17 inches high, although it looks a lot more. I have very large hands, but it seems a lot more. It's 9 inches deep, I believe, by 9 inches deep, wide. But as you can see, for a three-day pack, I've got more than enough essentials for 3 days. And I carry more than enough because of, one, I'm a radio operator, so I need some extra batteries for my ham radio. I need some frequency charts and things like that. Plus, I figure if I have to go get my wife, meet her halfway, I can have a little bit more gear for support on her end. Now, of course, I got the black one. She opted for the tan. The difference in these two? Nothing except this patch that says Monkey Packs. They didn't have her color, and they're calling this Coyote, or Tan. Was it Tan? Yeah. They're calling this Tan on their website. And this is what it came out to. It's more of an olive drab, I guess. And my wife uses it as her purse, her EDC. And I'm not going to go into detail what's in her bag. But it does comfortably fit her laptop. So for all you gals out there, or even guys that want to bring your laptop to the office, you also have room for all of your emergency essentials, which she does. She has pretty much everything I have on this table for the most part, including a life straw. Minus some of the more technical things like the ham radio. But she does have the matching FRS radio so that I can contact her. Okay, aside from that, you can see how it cinches down very tightly. Aside from that, for $39.95, it's a pretty decent 3-day pack that I think will see you through, and it's very low profile when it's on you. I'm a big guy, as most of you know. Oh, one more thing I need to add. The zippers on this thing. They're very sturdy zippers, but you hear that? Not something I like in my pack. So what I did, and I'll probably redo a couple times, is I've taken all of my zipper pulls and I've wrapped electrical tape around them. Kind of like rubberizing my dog tags when I was in the service. So if you do have to be stealthy, it's a lot more stealthy than Santa Claus is coming to town. So there you have it. These are from ilovenationalparks.com. Oh, pardon me. nationalparkdepot.net. My wife just corrected me. All right, folks. This is Reverend G3. Stay prepared. Have a good one.